Good morning. I'm a firm believer that environmental stewardship begins in our own backyards, and I think this grant provides the perfect opportunity for our residents to work together to enhance the environmental health of our neighborhoods in Fayette County. Now, all neighborhood associations and homeowner associations that have a duly elected slate of officers in Fayette County are going to be eligible to apply for this grant. This is going to be a 100% matching grant up to a maximum of $2,500. And the match provided can be in in-kind services or in-kind materials or a combination of both. And you'll notice the grants are not limited to a specific list of approved projects, because we understand that every neighborhood is an individual neighborhood with specific needs. The only guiding principle we have is that the project has to provide environmental enhancement to some aspect of the neighborhood. And obviously it has to be in Fayette County. I also want to emphasize that all the projects that are done under this grant program obviously need to be in compliance with the environmental laws and regulations. And I encourage people to contact our division, and we'll be glad to work with you once folks decide what kind of project they want to apply for. And we'll help you determine what laws and regulations may apply to your proposed project. The grant application package is going to be available on our website, and you can download it, or you can give us a call at 425-2800, and we'll be glad to mail you out one. We want to make sure people have plenty of time to put these together. So the applications won't be due until March 16th, and we anticipate being able to make final awards in early April sometime. You know, the Division of Environmental Policy is kind of the new kid on the block in urban county government, and a major part of our responsibility is going to be working with environmental initiatives through outreach and public education with our community. And so we're really looking forward to this opportunity to work with our citizens on these neighborhood grant projects to improve Lexington's environment. Thank you, Mayor.
Let me just briefly conclude by saying that even though we have accomplished much in the way of protecting our local environment, we have much more work to do. And I think 2009 will be a year in which our community will see much more attention being paid to its environment as a consequence, not only of some things we anticipate happening with urban county government, but also as a consequence of new initiatives that I expect we'll be seeing as a result of President-elect Obama's stimulus package. So 2009 should be an exciting year for Lexington's environment, and I think it will be a very productive year. Having said that, Susan, I'll be glad to answer any questions that you might have. Yes, sir.
We're in a rural area, but we have several businesses that are members of our neighborhood association, which is allowed. Can they have one of these grants?
You know, I'd encourage you to apply. If it's a part of the neighborhood association and the business is part of that association, you certainly should be eligible to apply.
Mayor, what kind of projects are we submitting to President-elect Obama's stimulus package? What are we suggesting to his administration?
There are a whole assortment of projects. We will be submitting a final list tomorrow, but the preliminary list that we submitted back in the middle part of December consisted of 124 infrastructure projects scattered throughout Lexington. We tried to include all of the projects that we were aware of that satisfied the stipulations for the submission, and that was they were projects where work could begin, construction work could begin within 90 days, and the projects could be completed by the end of 2010. Altogether, we had 124 different projects. They totaled approximately $455 million in investment and are estimated to generate approximately 6,500 jobs in our community. There is a detailed list of those projects available on the U.S. Conference of Mayors website. We will probably be updating that list in the next couple of days, so those totals may grow slightly and the numbers may be adjusted just a little bit as we try to refine the list.
they give us any indication about when we would know something positive about the results?
Not yet. We are going to be watching with considerable interest President-elect Obama's address here in about an hour. But then that whole package will be submitted to the legislative process in Congress. The most recent words I've heard on that are that Congress is anticipating having an announcement or having a package finally approved by the mid to latter part of February. I hope at that stage of the game, even if we don't know whether or not our specific projects have been approved or will be funded, we will at least be in a position to have some sense as to the amount of money that might be available for our projects. All right. Anything further?
Yes, please.
All right.
Ma'am, could you kind of tick off some of the ideas that people might consider?
Some projects that people might consider under the grant program, as the mayor said earlier, rain gardens are a good one. Certainly, or litter abatement projects, stream side restoration projects. Or stream cleanup. Some neighborhoods have streams that run through them, and they could propose cleaning up that segment of stream. And if people want ideas, I certainly encourage them to call us, and we'll help them as well. Think of some ideas that are appropriate for their area.
Anything further? Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.